Hi there, welcome to Big V TV. Great to have you with us. Division 1 Women, regular season done and dusted. Mind you, it was quite the last round, and finals coming up this week. More on the finals in just a moment. It's a top 6. Let's have a look at the round 18 results to start with. Hawthorn 65 defeated Camberwell 64 in an upset. Emily Fielding 20 points. Had 3 banked shots in the last quarter. Just quite amazing.
Really?
Oh, just incredible the way she was putting them in. But they landed for her. Sarah Miller had 14 points for Camberwell. Camberwell's shooting was terrible on the night. Absolutely woeful. Hawthorn win their first one in 11. Finished the season on a good note. Well done, Magic.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, obviously heard a couple of things from you about the end of the game that couldn't get Camberwell over the line, but Hawthorn remained steady and got the job done.
Mildura 100 defeated Werribee 53. Ali Gloyd 27 points, 15 rebounds, 7 steals. Jess Slade 13 and 11 for Werribee. This game was always going to go one way, and unfortunately Werribee have not had a good finish to the season.
No, that's right. I think statement to be made for Mildura, just punching their ticket into the playoffs. Obviously, a large margin, unfortunate for Werribee, but Mildura will be looking to take that form into the finals.
Chelsea 62 went down to Western Port 64. Tamara Hewish 19 for Chelsea. Billy Lucas missing in that one. Malika Jackson had 29 points and 12 rebounds for Western Port. Chelsea were up by about 10 with 5 minutes to go, and the way things turned out at Hawthorn, if they had won this game, Chelsea, they would have made the finals.
Was this close?
Unbelievable.
This close for Chelsea making the finals. Just gut-wrenching, heartbreaking for the Gulls in the end, especially after the way they finished their season, losing Lovejoy, Lucas in and out of the team, battling injury. It's a tough way to finish the year.
I think they've done a great job, Chelsea. Fantastic.
Definitely.
They've missed out on finals by head-to-head. Camberwell had them comfortably in there, I think by about 14, 15 points head-to-head or something like that. But gee, they've had a great season. Smet has done a terrific job with that Chelsea team. Sunbury 101 smashed Craigieburn 47. Monique Stevens 19 for Sunbury. Nicola Stewart 12 points, 5 rebounds. Nothing to see there. Craigieburn did finish on the bottom though, and will go down to Division 2. But gee, Sunbury just
unbelievable. There's nothing to say about Sunbury other than positive things, and 20 and zip. Proofs in the pudding. Latrobe
City went to Geelong on Sunday and had to win to hold third. Now, don't forget, third place is important, because if they win this week, Latrobe City, as the highest placed winner, they're going to avoid Sunbury in the semis.
Right.
Geelong 63 went down to Latrobe City 75. Shanice Steenholt 25.6 rebounds, 5 steals. Tess Fury had 12 points for Geelong. Geelong finished second, so this game didn't cost them anything. But what I would say, you look at Geelong over the last 4 or 5 weeks, it hasn't been all smooth sailing.
Yeah, that's right. And we mentioned in last week's preview about this game not meaning all that much to Geelong, knowing that they've had a few injuries along the way, whether they'd rest some of their stars.
They didn't.
They went all out, played their full team, still went with a 12-point loss at home. So full credit to Latrobe City there.
Yeah, played very, very well. And finally, Keilor 56 went down to Sunbury 90. Courtney Duver had 31 points, 15 rebounds for Sunbury. Jenna Anderson 12.7 rebounds for Keilor. Another warm-up game for the Jets, and they finished the season top of the ladder 20 and zip.
They've had 20 warm-up games, haven't they?
Well, they've won 19 of those by double digits, Steve. Only once have they been held to a single-digit margin. So an incredible run by Sunbury this season. Won't be beaten. They will not be beaten. Here's the final ladder.
Sunbury, as we mentioned, 20 and zip. Geelong 15 and 5. Latrobe City 14 and 6. Western Port 13 and 7. Mildura 11 and 9. Camberwell round out the top 6, 10 and 10. Chelsea miss out by head-to-head 10 and 10. Keilor 6 and 14. Hawthorn 5 and 15. Werribee and Craigieburn, both 3 and 17.
So Sunbury and Geelong get this week off. It's a top 6. They will be waiting for winners of this week to go into a best-of-3 semi-finals matchup. So it's one and done this week. It's knockout. Latrobe City take on Camberwell.
I tell you what, you're in a tough situation if between Latrobe City and Mildura. It wouldn't have mattered who you played. I think it would have been the 2 toughest situations you possibly could have put yourself in. So I think Latrobe City at home will be too strong. Shanice Steenholt to play a blinder.
As you know full well, Steve, I don't talk about my team on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk about my club that much on any of the shows, to be honest with you. Don't want anyone out there thinking that I play favourites or anything like that. What I will say is this. If Camberwell play to their best, they are going to have a competitive game against Latrobe.
Mm-hmm.
If Camberwell played like they did last week, it'll be a 20-point margin. I'll tell you that right now.
Fair enough too.
Western Port take on Mildura.
Ripping game.
A great game. And whilst I was singing the praises of Chelsea before,
Yep.
well done to everyone down at Western Port.
The Steelers, yes.
Andrew and the crew down there, fantastic effort. They've got 3 big players in that team. When I say big, 3 go-to players in that team, and everyone else just does their job. They just play their role perfectly. They've had a wonderful season, the Steelers. Love what they've done. And they fully deserve to be in the finals. They start favourites here.
And they deserve to be having a home final as well.
It'll be down at Rosebud, so it's a fair trek for Mildura. Who are you going for?
Usually I go to the home team, but I think Mildura have a fair chance in this one. I'm going to go out on a limb and tip the Heat.
I'll say this about Mildura, and I've seen them a couple of times this season, obviously, having been involved in games and watched them throughout the season. If Mildura don't play defence,
they'll get found out.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Mildura's number one weakness, this season, is they leak points.
Yep.
They've got to, we know they can score.
In a hurry too.
They can score in bunches. We know they can score. You've got to play defence, girls. If you allow too many points down the other end, you're going to get wiped out in one game. I think Western Port start favourites, and deservedly so. They're going to have to play good defence themselves, Western Port, and they can really tighten the screws. Don't worry about that. But if Mildura leak points down the other end, they're in strife.
Fair enough.
Is that okay?
Yep, that's fair enough. Good analysis on the game.
Fantastic.
Speaking of though,
yes.
If you win, the best part about that is you get Sunbury.
Fantastic.
So,
I'm telling you.
Go and do your best this week, because you're probably not a chance to
listen, nothing against any of those 4 teams. The lowest placed winner will play against Sunbury. And if you happen to be in that position, you'll get a couple of extra weeks of finals, and that's it, because no one is going to beat the Jets, mate. I've said it from day one, and I continue to say it now. They're going to win the title this season without a loss. They are that bloody good, and good on them for doing it as well. It's almost like not that we wager anything, but it's almost like paying out early. You could have done it 3 months ago, mate. Have a great week. Enjoy yourselves out there. Get out there and support your teams. Finals time in Division 1 Women. We'll see you next week on Big VTV.